Welcome to comparisons of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in the context of Internet of Things presentations. My name is Anthony Wijaya Saputra. In this presentation, I will be discussing about data transmission in IoT. And by the end, by the end of this presentation, you will have a better understanding about the topic and hopefully find it informative and useful. So, before we deep dive about the paper, let's hear the abstract. The rapid change to technology and industry caused by introduction of the fourth industrial revolutions have led to an exponential inflation in the IoT number of interconnected Internet of Things IoT devices. Currently, there are several options when choosing an IoT connection type. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are two of the most widely used wireless communication protocols in the IoT industry. This research paper aims to compare and evaluate the performance of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in the context of IoT. The comparison was done based on various parameters, such as bandwidth, data transmission speed, power consumptions, and latency. The results of the comparison show that Wi-Fi and Bluetooth both have their advantage and limitations in the IoT environment. One of the unexpected results was during the power consumption test, where Wi-Fi had a better result than Bluetooth by the tiniest margin. So this is the keywords, the keywords of our paper. There's Internet of Things, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth quality of service, and many more. So let's hear before we deep. I'm sorry. Let's hear the introduction of this paper. IoT has risen in popularity of the past decade. The limitless potential of the IoT is also accompanied by a steep learning curve due to its issue, complexity, and resonance. The rising trends of the IoT coincides with the broadening use of wireless technologies such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Determining the right data communication protocol is a critical step in designing an IoT infrastructure. The main purpose of this paper is to compare and analyze the differences and similarities between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth data communication protocols in the context of the IoT. These research aim to explore the capabilities and limitations of each protocol in the terms of power consumption, data transmission speed, latency, and other relevant parameters, and to determine the best protocol for various IoT applications. So in this paper, we use two technique. The first is literature review and technical testing. So the first is literature review. Wi-Fi is the most basic data communication, but Wi-Fi has disadvantage such as high power consumption and then it need a dedicated power source. In other hand, on Bluetooth is a wireless communication technology that has been specifically designed for IoT application and better efficiency in power consumption. So in technical testing, we use Raspberry Pi 4B as a client and two additional tools to help with the testing. The Intel Wireless AC9560 and Xiaomi Powerbank 10,000 mAh. So, bandwidth. Wi-Fi have several standards. They have B, G, and AC, AX have several bandwidth with different speed and radio frequency. For Bluetooth, have two types: the classic and low energy one. The classic is more have more bigger bandwidth, slightly more, but the low energy have more efficiency in power consumptions. Wi-Fi have several standards like B, G, and AX is to provide the needs of clients. For Bluetooth, for the latency, classics is worse. Low energy have a better latency in 3 milliseconds. Oh, data transmission speed. We already test. We already do the technical testing. So the testing of Wi-Fi data transmission an IoT was done in two parts using three different internet service providers. There is IndiHome, First Media, and BizNet. This is the three biggest internet service providers in Indonesia. So the first part is we measure the how long it took to download a single 1 GB file 5 times through from the cloud into the microcontroller. The second part is we downloaded 5 times in the same time. We run it 5 times also. Same as Wi-Fi, we do the same testing from a laptop to a microcontroller with 1 GB file. Uh, so this step help to determine the consistency and reliability, also the ability of the Bluetooth protocol to support a larger data transfer. So this is the multiple data testing. So we enter the power consumption part. Uh, is defined this part is defined as the amount of the power a device used in a period of time directly affect the lifespan and reliability of IoT devices. The experiment was conducted by connecting the Raspberry Pi 4B with one of the protocols with a power bank, which are and connected to the power bank for the the power, which are then left to drain from full capacity to empty. The start time is when the microcontroller and the power supply are connected, and time when the battery is runs out and noted down. Average for power consumption is Bluetooth is 4 hour 55 minutes, and whereas the Wi-Fi is 4 hour 59 minutes. So this is the result. Bandwidth, Wi-Fi standards such as 802 AC and AX offer higher bandwidth. Bluetooth lower energy show lower power consumption, making it suitable for IoT devices with power or energy constraint condition. Latency, Wi-Fi protocols show lower latency, make it more suitable for time-sensitive applications. Bluetooth protocols have lower latency compared to traditional Wi-Fi standard, making it suitable for an IoT application that require lower low latency but don't require high bandwidth. Data transmission speed, Wi-Fi standard AC had faster data transfer speed, making it good for IoT apps with high data needs. Measuring Bluetooth's average speed was also difficult because the purple tools were limited. Power consumption, surprisingly, it showed a small distinct advantage for Wi-Fi compared to Bluetooth. Wi-Fi consuming slightly less power. This result was considered an anomaly as it contradicts the commonly accepted notion about the power consumption of these two protocols. Conclusions, the study has compared the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth data transmission protocol in the context of Internet of Things. The results show that both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth have their own strengths and weaknesses in the terms of bandwidth, latency, power consumptions, and data transmission speed. Overall, Wi-Fi had better results than Bluetooth based on tested parameters. The choice of data transmission protocol depends on the specific requirements of the IoT applications. Wi-Fi may be a better option for high bandwidth applications that require fast data transmission. Bluetooth may be a better choice for small IoT devices with limited battery life. So this is the references of and citation of our paper. We use a 7 citation. So that's bring us to the end of our presentation. I hope you find it informative and engaging. Thank you for your attention.